I lost a staring contest with a self-checkout machine today, and I'm still not sure who blinked first. Hey there, folks. Welcome to another episode of Daily Absurdities, the podcast where I, your humble guide through the chaos of modern life, try to make sense of the nonsense we all wade through every single day. I'm your host, Jamie Quinn, and let me just say, I'm thrilled you're here. Mostly because it means I'm not alone in noticing how absolutely bonkers the world's gotten. You ever walk into a room and forget why you're there, but somehow end up buying a $200 air fryer online? Yeah, that's the vibe we're diving into today. So grab a coffee or a beer or that weird kombucha you pretend to like, and let's unpack the glorious, ridiculous mess of everyday American life. Where do we even start with this stuff, you know? Let's kick things off with the grocery store, because, oh man, is there a better stage for human absurdity. You go in with a plan, simple, elegant, surgical. I need milk. You tell yourself, all focused like you're James Bond on a mission. Milk, that's it. You've got a mental map of the store, you're dodging the slow walkers in aisle 3, you're feeling efficient. But then something happens. The store smells like fresh-baked bread, and suddenly you're like, you know what? I could be a bread guy. I could bake my own sourdough. That's a personality now, right? Next thing you know, your cart's got artisanal cheeses, a jar of pickles that costs more than your car payment, and some kind of gluten-free, vegan, keto-friendly cookie dough that tastes like regret. I mean, who are you even buying this for? Are you hosting a TED Talk for hipsters? And don't get me started on the end caps. Those displays are the devil's handshake. Oh, look, a family-sized bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't need it, but it's on sale, so it's basically free. By the time you hit the checkout, your cart looks like you're preparing for a post-apocalyptic potluck, and your wallet's crying harder than a toddler who dropped their ice cream. You ever notice how the grocery store warps time, too? You walk in at 2 p.m., and somehow it's dark outside when you leave. What is that? It's like the store's a black hole for productivity. I went in last week for eggs. Eggs, people, the simplest item on the planet. And I came out with a $150 receipt, a new obsession with craft beer, and a bag of frozen shrimp I'm never going to cook. Shrimp. I don't even like shrimp, but they were there, staring at me, whispering, "You're a fancy guy now, Jamie. Make some scampi." And I believed them. The worst part, I get home, unpack all this nonsense, and realize I forgot the eggs. The one thing I went in for. I'm standing in my kitchen, surrounded by kale chips and organic quinoa, wondering who I even am anymore. You ever do that? Just stare at your groceries like they're evidence in a crime scene? Who bought this $12 jar of almond butter? Was I hacked? Oh, and let's talk about the self-checkout, because that's where the real comedy happens. You're standing there, trying to scan a bag of apples, and the machine's like, "Unexpected item in bagging area." Unexpected? It's apples, Karen, not a live chicken. And then you're looking around for the one employee in a 10-mile radius, waving like you're stranded on a desert island. Help! The machine's judging me! Meanwhile, there's a line forming behind you, and you can feel the collective sigh of everyone who just wanted to buy their sad single-serve lasagna. I swear, self-checkout is the ultimate test of your patience and dignity. Last time I was there, I scanned a loaf of bread and the machine started yelling at me to place the item in the bagging area. I did! It's right there! So I pick it up, wave it around like I'm casting a spell, and scan it again. Same error. At this point, I'm arguing with a robot in front of strangers, and I'm pretty sure I heard someone mutter, "This guy's gonna snap." And you know what? They weren't wrong. I was this close to yeeting that loaf of bread into the next aisle like it's the Super Bowl. Speaking of technology turning on us, let's pivot to the absolute circus that is modern customer service. You ever try to call your cable company or, God forbid, your health insurance? It's like signing up for a psychological experiment. You dial the number, full of hope, thinking, "This'll be quick. I'm just gonna ask about my bill." 30 minutes later, you're on hold listening to a loop of elevator music that sounds like it was recorded in a haunted mall. And the voice on the line keeps interrupting to say, "Your call is very important to us." Is it? Is it really? Because I've been here so long, I'm starting to forget my own name. Then, when you finally get a human, they're reading from a script so rigid it makes Siri sound like a stand-up comedian. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yeah, Brenda, I've tried that. I've also tried praying, crying, and offering my firstborn to the Wi-Fi gods. Nothing's working. Oh, and I got a fake listener email here. Hang on, let me pull it up. This one's from Dave in Ohio, who writes, Jamie, love the show, but I gotta ask, why do customer service reps always sound like they're reading a ransom note? I called my bank last week, and the guy sounded like he was being held at gunpoint. Dave, you're preaching to the choir, my friend. I picture those call centers as dystopian bunkers where they chain employees to desks and force them to say, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, 500 times a day. And you know what's wild? They always transfer you to another department, like it's a game of hot potato. Oh, you want to cancel your subscription? Let me transfer you to our retention specialist in Narnia. Then you wait another 20 minutes only to get disconnected. At that point, you're not even mad. You're impressed. It's like they've weaponized incompetence. You almost want to clap for the audacity. But you know what's even more absurd than customer service? The gym. Oh, the gym. It's January, so you know every treadmill's got a line longer than a Black Friday sale. You walk in full of New Year's resolution energy, thinking, this is it. This is the year I get jacked. 2 weeks later, you're eating Doritos on the couch, wondering why you paid $80 a month for a place that smells like sweat and regret. I went to the gym last week. First time in months, mind you. And I swear, it's like stepping into a sci-fi movie. There's a guy in the corner grunting like he's giving birth to a Buick, and another dude taking mirror selfies like he's auditioning for a Marvel movie. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to figure out how to use the leg press without launching myself into the smoothie bar. And don't even get me started on the trainers. They're all so perky, like they're powered by Red Bull and good intentions. You got this, Jamie. Push through. Push through what, Chowd? My existential crisis? The gym is also where you see the peak of human delusion. Like, there's always that one person who brings a gallon jug of water, like they're training for a marathon in the Sahara. Bro, you're lifting 10-pound dumbbells for 20 minutes. You're not going to dehydrate. And then there's the equipment hogs. You know the type. They sit on the machine, scrolling through their phone, acting like they're solving world peace. I waited 15 minutes for a bench the other day, only to realize the guy wasn't even working out, he was just texting his mom about dinner plans. I wanted to be like, hey pal, unless you're bench pressing your feelings, maybe let someone else use the equipment. This all ties into the bigger picture, doesn't it? We're all just stumbling through life, trying to look like we've got it together, but really, we're all one bad grocery trip or customer service call away from losing it. Like, take online shopping. You ever fall down that rabbit hole? You're like, I need a new pair of socks, and 2 hours later, you've got a cart full of novelty mugs, a robotic vacuum cleaner, and a set of glow-in-the-dark coasters you'll never use. I bought a weighted blanket last month because the internet told me it would fix my anxiety. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Now, I just sleep under 20 pounds of regret, sweating like I'm in a sauna. And the return process? Oh, that's a whole nother nightmare. You've got to print a label, find a box, and schlep to the post office where you'll wait in line behind someone mailing a single postcard. By the time you're done, you're like, you know what? I'll just keep the blanket. It's fine. I'll learn to love it. Speaking of learning to love things, let's talk about social media. Oh boy. You ever scroll through Instagram and feel like everyone else is living in a movie while you're stuck in a low-budget sitcom? I saw a post the other day, some influencer on a yacht sipping a cocktail, captioned, "Just another Tuesday." Meanwhile, my Tuesday was spent arguing with my toaster because it burned my bagel. Social media is like a highlight reel of everyone else's life, and you're just sitting there wondering why your highlight reel includes successfully parallel parked on the third try. But you can't stop scrolling, can you? It's like a slot machine for your self-esteem. Pull the lever, lose a little more confidence. And the ads, the ads. They know you better than you know yourself. I looked at a pair of sneakers online once, and now every ad I see is like, hey, Jamie, still thinking about those Nikes? How about these socks, this shoe rack, this foot cream? Leave me alone, algorithm! Oh, hang on, I got another fake listener email here. This one's from Sarah in Texas, who says, Jamie, I laughed so hard at your grocery store bit, but you gotta talk about traffic. Why is everyone on the road an idiot except me? Sarah, you're so right, and I'm stealing your thunder here because traffic is the ultimate American absurdity. You ever sit in a gridlock, staring at the car in front of you, wondering what their deal is? Like there's always that one guy in a pickup truck who's tailgating you like you stole his dog. Chill, dude. I'm going 65 and a 60. Where are you even going? And then there's the people who signal after they change lanes. What's that about? Oh, just letting you know I already cut you off. You're welcome. Don't even get me started on roundabouts. I swear, half the drivers in America think a roundabout is just a suggestion. Yield? Nah, I'm good. I'll just barrel through like it's Mario Kart. Traffic is also where you realize how fragile our social contract is. Like, we're all just one bad commute away from turning into Mad Max. I was stuck on the highway last week, and this lady in a minivan was honking at me like I personally invented rush hour. I'm like, ma'am, we're all suffering here. You think I'm enjoying this? And then there's the radio. Oh, the radio. You're flipping through stations trying to find something to keep you sane, and it's either the same pop song on repeat or a talk show host yelling about politics like they're auditioning for a cage match. I just want some classic rock to soothe my soul, you know? But no, it's either Cardi B or a guy named Chet telling me the world's ending. Thanks, Chet. Real helpful. You know what's funny, though? All these little absurdities, grocery stores, traffic, social media, they're the glue that holds us together. We're all out here, fumbling through the same ridiculous stuff, pretending we've got it figured out. Like, take dating apps. Oh man, dating apps are a goldmine of absurdity. You ever swipe through profiles and wonder if people are describing themselves or their D&D character? I'm a free spirit who loves adventure and tacos. Cool, Jessica, that's literally everyone. And the photos. There's always one with a fish. Why is that? Did I miss the memo where holding a dead fish became the universal sign of attractiveness? And don't even get me started on the bios. Fluent in sarcasm. Oh, are you? Congrats, you're 90% of the internet. I tried a dating app once, and my first match was a woman who said her hobbies were napping and chaos. I was like, well, I relate to both, so let's give this a shot. Spoiler, it was mostly chaos. But here's the thing about all this. Grocery stores, traffic, dating apps, it's all so human, isn't it? We're all just trying to get through the day without losing our minds. Like, I was at the coffee shop the other day, and the line was out the door because everyone's ordering these ridiculous drinks. Can you make it quick? I need a venti oat milk latte with 2 pumps of vanilla, half a pump of caramel, extra foam, and a sprinkle of unicorn tears. Meanwhile, I'm just like, black coffee, please. Don't make me beg. But you know what? That barista, bless her heart, just nods and gets to work like she's defusing a bomb. I wanted to tip her my entire paycheck. And that's the beauty of it. We're all in this mess together, bumping into each other, spilling our coffee, forgetting our eggs, and somehow we keep going. So here's the twist, folks. I've been talking about all these absurdities, right? The grocery store, the gym, the traffic, the whole circus of modern life. But the real kicker, I'm not even real. That's right, your boy Jamie Quinn is just a figment of your imagination cooked up by some fancy AI to keep you entertained. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? I mean, I've been riffing for hours and you're still here, so I must be doing something right. But seriously, isn't that the ultimate absurdity? You're listening to a fake guy ramble about fake emails and real problems, and somehow it all feels true. So go out there, laugh at the chaos, and maybe don't buy that $12 almond butter next time. Thanks for tuning in, folks. This has been Daily Absurdities. I'll catch you next week, unless we're playing hide and seek, in which case you're on your own.